It's the next day from the previous video. It needed an idler pulley, which I got this from the junkyard for the AC. It needs these two nuts to hold on the fuel rail, and it needs this hose clamp. I'm going to start off with the easiest thing, the fuel rail. This thing gets held on by 3 nuts, but I only have 2, so I'm only going to install 2 of them. The first nut just goes on right down there. You can see it partially. The second one, right on my fingertip. It's a very bad spot, but the best way I could get to it was releasing the fuel rail wiring a little bit, just to move it out of the way, so that way I could fish this on there with the 10mm and hopefully not fail. I had the mounting hardware, the 3 nuts that go in here, I had those. I just don't know where they went. I don't know where I put them, so I had to get new ones. But even then, I couldn't get the fuel rail off without the mounting hardware, so that leads me to, I don't know what the torque spec on these are. The torque spec is as tight as I made it because it's not coming off regardless. The next steps to get this thing to a comfortable driving level is the hose clamp that I need to put down there still. And then I need to get the power steering mounted up. And I need to get the idler pulley on, which I think it's easy to get the idler pulley on whenever it might even mount to this. I don't know how the idler pulley goes on. I'll figure it out. For the hose clamp, it's just a 7mm and a screwdriver, which is what I'll use for it. Curse me for forgetting about. Actually, I don't even know what the heck I did with it. I had the hose clamp. I know I did. I just don't know where it is. Also, there is not a lot of space to work with here. I'm not going to raise the car just for this. Silly me, it was an 8mm, not a 7mm. But either way, it's on there and it's not going anywhere. I guess the idler pulley's next. So I still need to put the new valve cover gasket on. I lied when I said I was about to do the idler pulley. In reality, there were 4 of the timing cover bolts I wanted to get in because we have this piece of cardboard right here that has a lot of unsure bolts on them. So I just got the 1, 2, 3 bolts for the power steering bracket to go on. This pump is still up there. The idler pulley, I see it now. For this, it bolts right down here. These 2 right here. I didn't know it was that far down. Once again, we're going to do this thing where I am trying to install a part, yet my head will probably be mostly in the way because I need to see what I'm doing. But just essentially this goes right about here. Oh my gosh, that bolt position is stupid. Alright, I'm not even going to show how to do that. I'm just going to put it in there. Before I do that, if you're working on a Honda of any kind, especially one of these 90s Hondas, invest in a very long, or maybe even extendable, 3/8 ratchet, and then the 1/4" thing. Really cheap from Harbor Freight. I bought this tool specifically to get to the timing belt tensioner, and this thing has been the only tool I've been using so far on this Honda, so get the correct tool for the job. This 3/8 drive is a masterpiece. So what I did was I had to lower the pulley all the way to get the top bolt on, and then higher the pulley all the way to get the bottom bolt on. So I got the top one on. I held my hand underneath the frame to hold the pulley up while I got the bolt fed in, and now I'm going to bring the bolt, or the pulley, all the way up, which I believe is actually tightening it, not loosening it, to feed the second bolt in there. I'll be back. Let me take the phone off the tripod for the shot, honestly. Got the idler pulley in there. The bottom bolt, which you could barely even see right there, that was very more difficult than it should have been. The pulley can right now move up and down. I need to tighten the pulley, or it's like if I tighten the pulley bolt, then it just will obviously lock in with the bracket and not move. But I also need to move up and down. So what I'm gonna do is tighten it enough to snug it, and then lift up the pulley. Well, I guess there's how many pulleys are there for this thing? Oh my goodness. Oh, that one goes to the alternator AC power steering. Yep, I just gotta get the pulleys on. I have the alternator pulley on there because that one had to go on first. So I got the AC pulley on there, and then the last one will be power steering. The most appropriate way I see of doing this is using the biggest things I can, which, oh, don't tell me that doesn't even fit. No! It doesn't even fit in there. I need the tiniest extensions possible. That's crazy. New method, get as many extensions as you can, but make sure they're all freaking 1/4". This toolkit that I have from Amazon from a while back sucks, but it'll at least do the job. Tighten this up a lot. The pulley itself is loose, which I intend on it being loose. I had to tighten it up with a 14mm. Oh, it's not even close to the top. Ah, dang, this sucks. Get up higher. Once you get up high enough to at least put some tension, a little more tension, and then I'll tighten it up, and then I'll try this again. If anything, screw that. I don't want to use that one. Now that it's high enough off, I can use my 3/8, right? Hopefully. Yep. That's a good amount of tension. Now I take my 14. That's loosening, so put it on. Tightening. I don't know the torque spec for this pulley, and I don't care. Tight enough is all it's getting. Also, this is the original pulley from that 1993 Dussel that I got. Posted on my Instagram. The original Japanese pulley, part number and everything. I mean, that'll technically run the AC. Don't get me wrong. I don't want it to technically run. Also, I want it to be funny. Now that I tighten it up, I can do this and do this. Like, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Zoom out, please. I got this. The most extensions in the world here. A little bit tighter, just to be safe. Tiny bit tighter. Perfect. I will take my 10mm back. Thank you very much. I will be taking that out, okay? Come on. Did I ever mention how much I hate this pulley? That works. I'll have to figure out in just a moment how to tighten the other one. Where'd my wrench go? I'm gonna tighten this just a little bit more just to be safe. Bam. AC is on there. I have to figure out how to tighten the alternator one, but the power steering can now go back in its spot. Like, actually, the entire thing. I could bolt down the power steering somehow, and get the hoses connected, and then the pulleys will be done. I can never get the right camera angle, I'm sorry. For the power steering pump, I got the line back here a little not stuck on anything, so I could start getting this. The one I'm spinning now is the tensioner for this. There's this bolt up here for it, and then there's a bolt down there, which I still have to not only find, no, I know what bolt it is. It's this bolt. This bolt goes down here, which you really do need a 3/8 for this one. As for where the bolt hole is, I do not know. Where am I even looking? Ah, it's right there. This one took a 3/8 12mm to loosen. It'll take a 3/8 12mm to tighten. 0.5 zoom. I could lift this up, get it lined up with the hole. Aha. Just to get it started by hand. Right? Yep, it is. 3/8 10mm gets that off and on, and I want to tighten this all the way so that way the power steering pump is sitting as high up as possible. I'm not putting the pulley on it yet. I'm just trying to get the bolts on. The pulley I could see now. Oh my goodness, it's a heck of a run. Oh my gosh, this thing, I had to figure out how to do the alternator. The alternator one is confusing. I think it's the same method as what I'm doing now, but I just haven't inspected it yet. AC's on, AC's tight. There we go, that one's all the way up. This is a 12mm, I believe I'm tightening now. Just want to get it nice and flush. feel like it's off. I can't tell why though. Get that loosened up a lot. Well, now it's more flush. And then this down there with a 10mm wrench for now, just to tighten it up. This is gonna take a while. I got the 10mm down below tied up to where it's a few more, like 2 or 3 more turns, and then it'll start snugging up. So then I loosened this tensioner as much as possible to get the pulley on there, which this, I wanted to make sure it's, ooh, it's tight. There's a bug in the way, I don't know what the heck that was just now, but it's tight, just a little, oh, not. Okay, I can't tighten it anymore by hand, so I'm just gonna keep it like right about there. Yeah, it'll spin. And now I take my 10mm wrench, which is somewhere. It's gonna take me a little bit. I snug this one up down here first, and then I'll snug the top one up. I cannot fit a torque wrench or any wrench besides the one I'm using right now at the bottom bolt, so I'm just gonna snug it up and hope it works, because everything on this car is getting just snugged up. I hope it works. And then this one, snugged up as well. Bam. Power steering and AC are in there. I just need the alternator pulley to tighten up, and then I just need to add coolant, and then this thing. Oh wait, I do need to fix the ground cable here. Whoops. You didn't see anything. Well, now you're seeing everything. This ground cable needs to be tightened up on both ends with a 10mm, which I think I have a 10mm right here. You know, I never understand how these are ground cables if they're grounding out to paint. There's a wasp in the corner. I hope it doesn't want to mess with me, because it's still running away. Other than like maybe the bolts on the inside touching the threads of the frame and then touching the metal, that's the only way I could think of it grounding. On my car for the ground cable, whenever I did that, I used the wire wheel, as some of you may know. Alright, so power steering, that's a bug. Power steering is installed. AC is installed. I gotta, oh, before I say power steering is installed, let me get the this hose right here back into position. Clips into the intake manifold on 2 spots. It's kind of tight though. Oh, there's an unplugged cable back here. That's interesting. I wonder what goes there. I wonder what wire, where the wire is, honestly. I don't know what that is. Power steering is done. I need to find whatever wire that is, and then I need to put the alternator back on. I was so confused by this alternator because I couldn't move it yet. The bolt was loose, and I was like, fuck it, let me get my pry bar, and then it moves, and now, at least at this rate, the belt is tight. So what I'm going to do is just like hold this slightly like this, hold the pry bar slightly back toward me, tighten it up, and call it a day, because the belt is now tight. The only thing that's preventing me from actually driving this car like normally is the coolant being in there. And I'm going to replace the valve cover gasket while I'm here, because it's easy. The valve cover gasket is fine, it's not preventing me from driving, but I bought it just because I had a feeling I'd need it. And let's see, this one's tight, AC one down there is tight, alternator is tight, all the pulleys are on there, connecting the battery, getting this on there. Also, it was this wire and then the wire underneath that I found disconnected earlier, same with this tube, so it should at least run better now how it was, compared to how it was yesterday. I'm hoping that my wiring for the coolant temp sensor down there will last a while. At least long enough. Let me, just tightening everything up, getting everything looking nice, I guess. First step, make sure your battery's disconnected. Mine has been disconnected for a while here. Second step, remove the spark plug wires. Spark plugs are new, wires are new. Head gasket obviously new. Just gonna shove those over there. Get this hose off. Do I have to get my clamp for that? Dang it, where's my clamp at? Ah, there's a bug here. I'm trying to speed run this valve cover gasket and then there's a bug here. That's all I needed. That can come off. That goes off to the side. These are all 10mm. So we shall use a 10mm. The two top bolts are fine the way they are, but all the bottom bolts are, I want to really just retap the cylinder head with the correct tap and die kit. It would be nice. Not exactly needed per se, but it'd be nice. I also don't know how to get the grommets off of the bolts. Yeah, it came with all fresh grommets. Don't know how to do that. Come on. Come on. This isn't a speed run anymore. Ah. Those are pretty oily. Also because we freaking turned the engine on yesterday. In this video at the I don't have any coolant with me. I'm wanting my sister to coolant bleed with me so we can actually drive the car together. But I shouldn't put those there. What I do want to do in this video is start it up and just drive it a little bit forward, a little bit backward, just to make sure it drives correctly and the first gear works. I'm not gonna take it on a complete test drive since that's obviously no coolant. Well, there is some coolant, not a lot. Maybe like a gallon or two I emptied out. Which is also why we're just gonna buy the $17 bottle of coolant. Go. This lifts up, kind of oily on the inside, smells like oil on the inside. Did run yesterday, so then we got, I'm trying to lift this out right now, oh my goodness. This, yeah, that's the state of that, that's how that works. Ew, do I need a screwdriver for this now? Crazy. Don't want to damage anything. Ah, yeah, I'm damaging shit. This shit I don't want to damage. Okay, wait a minute. No more speed run. I really wish I was recording that. I used the freaking, ew, look at this thing, ew. Where am I putting all my garbage? Where did I put the first piece of garbage? Oh yeah, put it in the valve cover. Just gonna have it off to the side next to the tripod. I actually just used the pry bar to get this out, because so that come out real quick, and then this. Literally an 18-inch pry bar I'm using to do a valve cover gasket. I've never thought I'd do or see that. It's bad. Really bad. No one should have to use an 18-inch pry bar to do a valve cover gasket. No one but me. Ow. Why does that hurt? Ow. That hurts. I've gotten like a metal shaving splinter or something. I don't know. Nope, not that way. This way. Why are you the worst? Oh. Come on. Just a little more. Wow, you should never have to do this. To any car, actually. Except for Hondas. Hondas deserve this treatment. I did not torque any of the pulleys down. There we go. Jeez. My hand is very oily. This just comes out. Thankfully that came out in one piece. There it is in all its glory. I don't care if I damaged it. So like, I know this only goes in one way. I think this way. I think I'm right. Yeah. Valve cover rubber around the side. Ah, stop falling out. People use RTV on this to, I guess, keep it held in. I'm not going to use any RTV on this because I'm a gamer. I'm a pro gamer. I don't need RTV. My valve cover gasket won't fall out. My Velcro, this is a Velcro gasket. It works. It'll work. I need to get spark plug. Oh shit! Which way did I take these out? I think these go in this way, just like how a rear main seal would actually. Ah! Don't fight me. Go in there. Do I have to press you in? I hope not. I'm not pressing you in. Just go in there. That one went in kind of nicely. Yeah, just go in there. Just go in there. Ow. Ow. That hurts. Valve cover gasket on this thing sucks. And then valve cover goes on this way. Gasket's staying in place, thank goodness. I'm not fighting it. I need to make sure the mating surface is clear. Mating surface has oil on it. Gosh dang it. Back with a paper towel. Just gonna clean up the mating surface of the valve cover. I really hope I don't have to put RTV on any of this. I can come back and put RTV on it. It wouldn't be an issue, but more of like, compared to at least the 1ZZ, there isn't like a specific spot where it just messes up because of the timing cover. Stuff like that. That's garbage now. Really, really oily. I'm not even trying to make it perfect, just trying to make it clean so that way it'll sit and not leak. Probably the most attention this car has had in, I guess it's 10 years. Other than, no, it did get a new clutch recently, so I lied. There we go. One last one for my hands. One last one for the holes, or the top holes. Yep, all good. It's this hose. It's the hose. Up, you need to work with me, not against me. Thank you very much. And now I get to work with these. I don't know how these go on. Do these just like pop in and off? On and off the bolts? Where's the bolts? How does this, do I just like pull this off? No, can't be. How do I do this? This is what I want to do. It might just pull off, but that hurts. I don't know how it's supposed to be done, but this is how I'm gonna do it. Maybe. Does it need 2 wrenches at the same time? No way. Oh, nope. It's kind of working. This is the weirdest valve cover job I've ever done. I don't even want to explain how I got the old grommets off and the new ones on for the bolts. No. I pressed the old ones off with the plier wrenches I had, whatever they're called, and then I pressed them on with an 18mm socket and a hammer, and they're on there. So apparently the torque spec for this is between 8 and 9 foot-pounds, which is alright. I'm just gonna snug it up and hope for the best. Go in the hole. Appreciate it. This entire, is the valve cover even on correctly? It should be. That one's on. That one even. Ah, there we go. I just didn't have it in the right spot. Reverse thread it until I can feel the click. Everything gets tightened down in a star pattern. At the very least, I'm going to snug it up for now, just how I can get it all in there. Like, this literally does not get torqued down a lot at all. There we go. That doesn't tighten down all the way, I forget. That one's actually messed up. All three of these holes here need to be retapped. As long as this will tighten down, that's all I care about. I just wanted it to make sure it doesn't leak. I could retap it later. I don't know how much 8 or 9 foot-pounds is to feel. That's not a lot at all, like really not a lot. So I'm just gonna make sure I snug these up so that way they don't leak. I never want to do a Honda valve cover gasket ever again. Oh my goodness. This thing is weird, dude. So this thing has been through the ropes. I've taken this thing apart a bunch now. It's almost done. Truthfully, it's almost done. How much will you want to tighten up? Right here. Snug that up. This one up here. Snug that up. This one right here. Snug that up. This one probably won't get anywhere close to snugging up. I think this one will tighten actually. This one tighten? Really? Is this actually tightening right now? Really? You kidding me? No, it's not. I didn't think so. You're tightening that all day and it'd get nowhere. Oh, is it actually? No, it's not. It's the threads in that one are fucked. Like, actually fucked. That's fine. This one, snug. And then, the most important part, spark plug wires. All need to go in. And that's how you do a valve cover gasket. And there's all the garbage. This is the last time the internet will see this engine bay for a little while at least. Not the last time. Just gonna, I do have the front bumper to put on, just so I can do that right now. I got all my tools out of the way. I'm just gonna start it up, drive forward a little bit, not a lot. What the hell is that? Just drive it forward a little bit. Really not too much. There's some coolant in there, just not a lot. Alright, well, that's what a new clutch feels like. Oh my goodness, it didn't want to not move. It only wanted to go forward. New clutch feels great on this thing. It runs, it drives, it just needs coolant. The only thing stopping us from taking this on the road is coolant and insuring it. Because it's not insured yet, but that's about to start now. We're just getting it fixed up. The Del Sol runs and drives officially.